Well, the news keeps rolling in on NBL now. The off-season is in full swing ahead of NBL 26, and the signings keep on coming as the season proper gets closer and closer. Another big signing joining us today on the show. We've just had PJC with Jack Heverin today. South East Melbourne fans will be very, very excited about this man coming to the fire pit for NBL 26. Vrenz Bleijenbergh, the Belgian big man, joins us on NBL now. Vrenz, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you for letting me join you guys.
It's great to have you. First of all, talk us through the pronunciation. Bleijenbergh is what I'm going with. How have I gone?
Actually, you saying it perfect. It looks hard to say, but actually, if you know how to say it, it's kind of easy. But like in Turkey, people just calling me V, so it's gonna be easier. But Bleijenbergh is perfect.
All right. Well, V, Bleijenbergh, whatever we end up with, but good to see my high school German has paid off in that. Where do we find you as you join us here on NBL now?
At the moment, I'm in Belgium. It's like a little big difference, but in 2 weeks, I'm flying over to Australia, so I'm really excited.
Talk us about yourself. So you're 24, would you consider yourself as being from Antwerp or from just outside Antwerp?
So yeah, like you said, I'm 24. I'm 2000 born. I'm born in Antwerp, so it's a city in Belgium, central city in Belgium. But I played in Ostend. It's like the best team in Belgium. So I moved to the seaside, and then I kept living here at the sea.
It's pretty good part of the world to live in. So you've played in Belgium, you've played over in the G League, you've played most recently in Turkey. Take us back to young Vrenz though. How did you fall in love with the game?
Oh, it's already a long story. So I started playing at like 3.5 years. I started playing like very, very young, because I could dribble before I could walk. That was a funny quote, actually. So I started in Antwerp. I played there for like 16, 17 years. So at my 20s, when I was 20, I became 20, I did the draft. I wasn't drafted, but I did like 13 workouts in the States. After that, I joined Spain, one of the two best leagues in Europe. After that, I went back to Ostend, because it was my first time abroad. So I had a little bit like homesick, but then I had a great season in Ostend. Then I went 2 years to Turkey, where I had a great time. I got older, more experienced. I had great team, a lot of playing minutes. I played very well. We did nice things together in Turkey. And after 2 years in Turkey, I had a great summer. A lot of interest in Europe. But when I was going on the vacation, my agent called me and he said, "Yeah, we have a job in Australia." And I was super excited. And yeah, now we're almost there. We've got 2 more weeks and I'm coming over.
So what goes through your mind when your agent calls you and says Australia? Because it is a long, long way away.
It's a big difference, because I played in Turkey for the same team 2 years in a row, and I actually did very great over there. So that was also the reason I had a lot of interest in Europe. But when I was flying to vacation, 1 hour before I was landing, my agent called me, and he was like, "Yeah, we have a job in Australia," and I was, "Australia? I know the NBL, like I know the guys that played there. I played with a guy that went to the NBA." So for me, it was like a little bit surprising, because also you have normally like I think 30 foreigners in the whole league. So I was really excited. I was like, okay, I was first talking to my wife because I also have a baby. We have family here. It's a tough situation. But I think it's a great experience. It's a great team that did very well last season. Josh King, the coach, we are on the same page. We like to play the same way. So yeah, it was a no-brainer actually.
Am I right in saying that Jae'Sean Tate you played with, who of course spent some time
Yeah,
with the Sydney Kings, and
that's
then
correct.
Tyler Cook as well?
Yeah, so with Jason Tate, I played with in my rookie year in Antwerp, uh, and after he joined the Sydney Kings, and then last year I played with Tyler Cook, who played for Melbourne Phoenix, and he told me that was also a guy. He didn't play a lot of games, but I asked him how was like the living in Melbourne, how was it to like live in Australia, and he said like it's amazing. It's like a great. It's so professional. It's like so it's great to hear from other guys how it is, and yeah, even though it was a no brainer, it was like extra motivation to come over.
What have you talked to Josh King about? What do you know about him? What do you know about his style, and how do you think that fits with you?
Oh, actually, it's the same. So yeah, we like to play fast. We like to play like different lineups. We like to play like catch the ball, take the rebound, go, play fast, play like same play style, and I think there's gonna be like a good fit for next season. I can run the two position, I can run the three position, even though I can run the four position. So with multiple lineups we're gonna have, we're gonna like surprise a lot of teams. But I think that's for coach to decide. So that's the even though on the phone calls before I signed, after I signed, we were always on the same on the same page. So that's what I really like too. And he was in
Now,
Turkey last year. He was in Turkey last year with Darüşşak.
yeah, he's got some. He's got European experience. We certainly know
Mhm.
that about him in terms of coming here.
Yeah.
So one thing that we've noticed about Josh since he came here, and it was an immediate impression that he made. There's a lot of energy there. There's a lot of energy on the sideline. He's bouncing around. He's yelling. He's animated. Is that the kind of person you are on the court? Are you animated? Are you more laid back? Is there? Do you think you guys fit in that sense?
Oh, definitely. When I was in Ostend, I had a Serbian coach who's like really active on the court. Then I played in Turkey, and in Turkey they all like super, super active. They like super loud, super. Uh, our coach was also on the sideline, even though screaming at, yelling at players. But I think he's like a part of basketball. And yeah, Josh King, he's probably the same, and I like the energy he brings to the team, and I think it's important to also be active on the sideline, and so am I. I'm not a guy that is like really quiet on the court. I might take responsibility to be loud, to guide guys who need it, and I think that's important. I think that's important.
I like it. I like it. There's plenty of it
Off
to go
at
around.
the court, I'm chiller. I'm chilling.
All right.
I'm just
All right.
I'm a quiet guy off the court though.
We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that.
That's cool. That's
Talk
cool.
talk to us about European basketball. So we've got two of the biggest clubs in the world in Panathinaikos and Partizan coming down to
Oh
Australia
yeah.
in September to play Adelaide and Sydney. And
Mhm.
a lot of what we hear about is the atmosphere in this European Drims. Now you've played in Spain, you've played in Belgium, you've played probably in some pretty crazy arenas in Turkey.
Oh yeah.
What stands out for you in your journey in that sense?
Oh yeah. Definitely Turkish basketball. Like, and okay, like you said, Panathinaikos, like Partizan, all these big teams, like big League teams with crazy fans. You see it all over the media. But even though my last 2 years in Turkey, um, I think 85% of the games are like packed out. Every gym is full. Turkish people love the game. They are loud. Even though my gym, I think it was a top five gym in Turkey, fan based. Like it was loud. Sometimes you couldn't hear your teammates talk, even though you was next to each other. So I'm used to packed gyms. I also saw like the gyms in Australia are really nice and a lot of fans. So yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah, the John Cain Arena is pretty good, and the State Basketball Centre, when that gets full, that's a lot of fun. So, in terms of the role that you think you will play, you said there you can play the two, the three, the four. You're
Mhm.
obviously set at that 6'9", 6'10". I mean, could you slide up to the five? Do you put any limitations on exactly how you'd fit within this Phoenix team?
I don't really mind what the coach. I don't really mind. I think is the most important thing. What the coach wants, how he's gonna play. Maybe we can surprise some things. But I think my strongest position is 2-3 for sure. To create for others, to create for myself. I think that's my strongest thing on the basketball court. But I can also play on the 4 or play on the 5 maybe, and do some things that teams will not expect. But we will see. It's gonna be Josh game plan. I'm just gonna fit in what the guys need, and that's how we're gonna do it.
And there's still some new faces to sort of come into the roster as well, which might
Mhm.
sort of affect that. That's is that exciting for you as someone coming over that you've got a pretty strong core that made the playoffs last year and had a
Yeah.
really strong end to the season, but you've still got a few pieces that can slot in, and there's still a bit of work to do in terms of meshing this thing together.
I heard about it. I also talked to Josh about it. I think we are also on the same page on that one. Um, I don't know if I can tell everything, but we
Yeah,
have a
you
strong
can. Yeah, you can.
we have a strong core from last year. I saw a lot of guys already on social media. Also, I watched 2 or 3 games from the playoffs last year. They, I mean, it's very good. You can bring players back. It's like the bond in a team is also very important. So it's good that I join a family that's already been together. And if we can like add 2 pieces to the puzzle, and we can make a big puzzle, it will be amazing.
There's the word unicorn's been thrown around a little bit with you, friends. How does that term sit with you in terms of your basketballing ability being like
What is going around?
a unicorn?
Oh, unicorn. I mean, the reason they call it unicorn is that because I'm 6'10". Uh, I was a point guard in 2019 with Antwerp, so I think you don't see a lot of point guards at 6'10". Of course, it helped me, but I think that's the reason they call me a unicorn because you barely see a 6'10" point guard. Okay, now I'm not playing the point guard anymore. I'm playing more the 2-3 position, but that's the reason they used unicorn back in the days when I did my draft workouts.
Yeah, it's a nice tag to have attached. I'm thinking you probably wouldn't mind people calling you unicorn. Like there's worse
I mean,
things to be called.
yeah, I mean it's nice to be called, but yeah, I just focus on the game.
I like it. What are you looking forward to about coming down to Australia? Is there anything that you've talked to, whether it's Josh, someone else at South East Melbourne, whether it's Tyler or Jae'Sean?
I mean everything. First of all, joining the team and meeting my teammates is the most excited thing I'm looking forward to. But also like having a new experience with my wife and baby. Living in Melbourne, one of the greatest cities in the world. Um, so these are the 2 things that are really important for me. And also like yeah, of course, meeting all the guys of the club, meeting the fans, compete with my teammates, yeah, all the things that are related with basketball and having a new experience in Australia.
All right, so that's the basketball side of it. Tell us about Vrenz away from the court. So you've got a 9-month-old son. How's
Yeah.
that going?
Yeah, so I got almost a 9-month-old son. It's the biggest blessing I've ever had. Before I became a father, I was like really excited, but I was not really. I didn't know how it was going to feel because everyone was telling me like, yeah, it's the best feeling in the world, and I was like, I don't know yet. And when he was born, it was like a blessing, man. It's a blessing, and it keep pushing you even further than you was keep pushing yourself. So and then I also have a wife. I'm married for 2 years. They also really excited to come over to Melbourne because we never been there in Australia, so it's gonna be a adventure for us.
All right, I like that. I'm having a little boy in a couple of weeks, so I look forward to comparing notes
Oh
with you.
shit, that's really nice. Congrats.
What? Thank you, mate. What do you do away from the sport? So, hobbies. Are you a golfer? Are you staying up watching the Tour de France at the moment? Of course, Belgium's got such a
Yeah,
strong
yeah,
connection there. Like, is
yeah.
it the round ball? What are your interests away from basketball?
Uh, I like to do a lot of sports next to basketball. I like to play padel, tennis, all these footballs, soccer, maybe you say soccer. Um, but I also like to play video games or just chill with friends, have a good talk. I just like sports in general, or just chilling with the guys, or chill with my teammates off the court. I think that's also important.
Do you reckon we can get you interested in Aussie rules or cricket? here over the summer?
I heard I'm not really familiar with that, but I'm really excited to learn it. But we will see when I'm there. I don't know. I don't know the rules. I don't know how to play it. So, but I'm really excited to learn it.
I think you'll have enough basketball to keep you busy, friends, and you're going to make a big impression on the court. Hey, thanks for spending a bit of time with us on NBL there. We really appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you down here soon.
Sorry?
We look forward to seeing you down here.
Oh, yeah. Me too. I'm really excited.
Vrenz Bleijenbergh going to be a big part of the South East Melbourne Phoenix this season. That's it for NBL now. Thanks for your company. Stay tuned. Heaps more coming up very soon.